Yeah, so training in your 40s, it's something that you reach that age of 40, and people tell me when you get to 50, you get more diminishing returns.
Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
I think the things that I've noticed and the things that I've had to change is muscle mass has been a big one for me. Like I've definitely lost like that, like strength, endurance. Doing strength work, whether that's on the bike or off the bike, is something that I've really had to focus on. Also, like what I've found I've had to focus on personally is just like recovery. I've struggled to do like the back-to-back sessions. So like you do like a VO2 max set, and then you could do like a threshold set like the following day. I just find that I can't back those days up consistently. Like there might be periods if I went on a training camp that I can, but I've generally found that I've just had to be a lot smarter with my training process really. And it's something that we've experienced like with a lot of athletes. It doesn't happen for everybody, but there is a point that you hit in your 40s, and it's almost like it's smart training. I think that's the ultimate thing. So generally I found what works for me is doing a lot of more like zone 2, zone 3 training, and then I generally just do 1 to 2 like what I'd call like interval sets. Sometimes that might be a threshold effort, or it might be like a VO2 max set. But I've generally found that I've had to reduce the, a classic was always to do like 5x5 with 4 minutes recovery, where like now I've found what works well for me is doing like 2.5 minutes with like 3-minute recovery. But I do like more of those because like those bigger efforts generally take quite a bit more out of me. It's definitely something that you've got to play around with, and that's where ultimately getting a coach that you can feed back to, and then you can just track the training. Everybody's going to need something differently really, depending on how long you've done the sport. Another key one that I would say that has helped me a lot is just doing a bit more mobility. Like obviously we use like EC Fit for our mobility work, and she provides it's like an online class that kind of goes in conjunction with like your training peaks. I've found that providing I do like 10 to 15 minutes of functional movements and moving in different planes, that's definitely helped me in many ways, because I found that like I just get a lot tighter around like my hips. Thoracic spine gets like a lot tighter. From the age of 12, all I've done is ride a bike. So you start to get that like rotation. So movement and just trying to send different muscle patterns. So like different signals from your brain into like your muscles. That can help like quite a lot as well. So it's something that you have to work on as an individual, but I definitely think that, muscle endurance is like a place that you lose. Decreasing total power is something that I've experienced quite a lot. I've definitely, where you really notice is like if you did like a 1 minute max effort, that's, it's like diminishing returns really. I've probably lost, I'd say on a minute power, probably like 80 watts, on, like threshold power, around like 40 to 50 watts. But I do, like when I turned 40, it was kind of quite a steep drop, but like now I'd say between like, I'm 47 in 10 days, it's kind of stagnated really. And it doesn't seem to matter what I do now personally in training, like my whole zones don't seem to shift that much, but my endurance has definitely improved. Like I can definitely ride for a lot longer at lower power. And I think you ask like a lot of athletes that their endurance improves as they get older.